Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today. Today is Thursday. It is April 23rd, 2026. Happy birthday to my dad. He is 70 today. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the Summer Meadows Lenormand deck by Hattie Thorne. You can find this at hattiethorne.com. She also has an Etsy shop. I put the link in my link tree. Feel free to use it. I don't get commission. I don't get paid. I don't get free decks. I just absolutely love her decks, and you all know it. I mean, I'm going to use her tarot deck next. I should show you. I have Hattie Thorne. I have the most decks of. Granted, I might have a stray one lying around somewhere, but I have 49 Hattie Thorne decks. 49 Hattie Thorne decks. Think about that. That's just one card creator. 49. I think I might have a double or two in my bedroom or in my car, maybe. I don't know. 49. I hope everybody had a good day. It was very confusing for me. I don't know what's going on with my job. I don't know what's like. We work in medical supply. We should be roaring through business. Like we should have business out the wazoo. Seriously, it's starting to get towards summer. We get busy in the summer. They're pretending like we're not busy. They don't want to give anybody overtime, and we're short staffed. We just had like 2 or 3 people quit and or go to another department. So, and we were short staffed before that. So I don't really understand what's going on. We got 3 on the table. I should take a picture of this, how this landed. Somebody's gonna get very emotional about an opportunity. It could be romance, it could be something else. Somebody's just gonna 4 on the table. Two more shuffles. We got spirituality in 2 of the cards. Five on the table. Last shuffle. I like these decks because I can shuffle the whole deck. It's like the perfect little deck. 7 on the table. 8 with bottom of the deck. I'm going to set that on the box. We've got chalice. Key. Fish. Star. We got garden. Letter. Crossroads. And bottom of the deck, bouquet. Bouquet. Feminine, masculine, take what resonates. Doesn't matter. Somebody's going to get emotional over an opportunity, something that is going to bring them success, abundance, possibly raise their finances in some way. This is all spiritually guided. Spirituality comes up twice. It comes up in the chalice and it comes up in the star card. Yeah. We got gifts with the bouquet. This might, whatever this opportunity is, it might seem like a gift to someone. I do think that this is gonna open up somebody's life a little bit. So, like, somebody's gonna be afforded an opportunity that's gonna bring an abundance, some type of success. This is all guided, okay? This is also gonna open up someone's like social life. Like, this would be somebody like going to events, going to parties, meeting people, networking. It could be for a business. Again, it could be for a love interest, if you're hanging out with somebody's family, their work colleagues, stuff like that. It could just be it could just be somebody with their career and building a business, stuff like that, getting out in the community, rubbing elbows kind of thing. With this letter and this crossroads, something is going to come after this gift, right? Something else is going to come in and somebody's going to have to make a choice, possibly two or more options. Again, it could be a person, it could be a romance. I'm not really seeing that. Like, I'm picturing in my head, like ribbon cutting ceremonies, like when you open your business or you open a new location. I'm picturing like delivery vans and like stuff, like I'm picturing business type stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of gives like moving from a small business and expanding is what I'm seeing in my head. Kind of starting at the lower end and then just building yourself up. So again, take how it resonates, because I'm not picking up on romance. Could this be romance? Of course it could. Of course it could. And I think the I'm just gonna say it. I think the reason why business is coming through for me, this is gonna get somebody so excited. Like, somebody's gonna be so ecstatic. This would be like somebody always wanting to have like their own dessert business, and like they finally get that loan and they open up a storefront and they buy a van, delivery van, and they hire a couple of workers for the store and to make and bake goods, and like, I don't know what that was. I always get like weird comments for TikTok that have nothing to do with me. I don't even know. But yeah, like it's like somebody starting a business, starting off small. It's just going to expand. And I think when these choices come in, it's going to be like, so like if I go with the example of the dessert business, it's going to be like, okay, are you going to open, you're going to have choices, right? Like I said, somebody's going to have choices. So like, if you open, do you want to spend your money that you're making in excess? Do you want to spend it on like an extra delivery van and better equipment and a better oven? Or do you want to spend it on investing in another location? Or do you want to spend it on more advertisement, more fancier boxes, fancier bags, like somebody's going to be faced with options having to do with what they're already working on. I don't feel like any of those options are horrible because the bouquet card is at the end. Like, to me, any choice that comes in, any option that comes in and any choice that someone has to make, it's going to be nothing but good. Beauty, joy, gifts, creativity, and hope. And the gifts really stand out to me. The gift really stands out to me because I feel like whatever this is for someone, it's their gift. Like, this is God's gift to them. Like, you wanted your own dessert business? Here you go, kid. Run with it. I'm watching and I'm cheering you on. Like seriously, like, this is a gift to somebody. That's why I said at the beginning, like, somebody's going to get very emotional over this opportunity. Because again, this whole thing overall, like I said, I don't think whatever the options are, I don't think this person can go wrong. It's going to lead them to abundance either way. And like I said, whoever this is, they're going to have an excess of abundance, probably money, okay? And they're going to have some options on what to do with that money. Like, how am I going to reinvest that in me, in the business? Okay. I also think that somebody's like, I don't want to say that anyone's life story is any more important than anybody else's, but I feel as though somebody is going to be an inspiration to other people, like how they got started, what they went through in their life, all of the above, right? Like, people are going to look at this person and be like, wait a minute, you went through that, you survived that, and now you have this amazing catering business, dessert business, whatever. It's just an example. Like, it's going to be inspiring to other people. Be like, oh, you did all these things and now you're doing this. Like, you've lived your life and now you're living it even more. Like, somebody's going to have a very inspiring story. And yeah, like I said, you guys, I'm a sucker. You guys, if you guys follow, if you subscribe, I'm a sucker. I get very emotional. I think everybody has this. I think we're all the same. Like, when I look at people, and I just had this discussion with you guys last night on the readings when I was talking about celebrities and politicians and all that stuff. I don't put those people on a pedestal. They don't mean anything to me. Can some of them be inspiring? Yeah. Are they any more inspiring than my own father, my cousin, my best friend? No. Because when I look at humans, I think of us as all the same. We're all down here on this earth to do the same thing. We all basically live the same lives. They're very similar. We all have the same experiences. Everybody falls in love. Everybody falls out of love. Everybody goes into debt. Everybody is wealthy at some point. Everybody has trauma, like, everybody experiences death. We're all human. We all do the same things. I don't think any one person is any better than anybody else. And I don't think anyone's life story is any better or worse than anybody else's. When I talk about how many times I've been raped and sexually assaulted, I absolutely know that there are other women out there that have been raped and assaulted more times than I have. And I can tell you, when I've told some of the ladies at work what's happened to me, they, like, one of them actually started to cry because she had never heard anything like that. And it's mind-boggling to me to think about it, but like I just said, I am 100% sure that there are other women out there that have experienced more sexual trauma than I have. And I've experienced a lot of sexual trauma. I don't think my story is any more inspiring than yours or anybody else's. It's a story. It's my story. And I will always tell my story. But I don't think it's any more important than anybody else's. And that's why when I do the Sacred Creators Oracle by Chris Ann, when I do it for affirmations, and I get that card that says, like tell your story. It doesn't say tell your story, but it basically says tell your story. I always tell you guys to tell your story. Tell your story. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, obviously, I don't want you to share something if you don't want to share it. But what I'm saying is, we're all the same. We're all the same. We're all healing. We're all unhealed. We all wake up one day and do good stuff, and then the next day we wake up and we fuck up. It is what it is. But people are going to look at this person and think their life story, their background story, this story is inspiring. And I would never take that away from anybody. It probably is, right? Like I said, some people would look at my background story and be like, that's inspiring. So is my neighbors, so is my cousin, so is my best friend. Everybody, to me, everybody's story is inspiring. I love hearing about the things that people have experienced and went through in their life. Obviously, I don't like the trauma part, but it's nice to know that we all experience the same type of things. We've all gone through trauma, We've all had good things happen, all had bad things happen. I love to hear other people's stories. It makes me think. It makes me think about my own story. It makes me think about how we're all connected. It makes me think just a million other thoughts. Thinking is good. Ideas are good. Creativity is good. Listening, hearing is good. I don't know. This is a summer deck, right? I told you it's a summer deck. I keep seeing and I keep thinking about pumpkin pie. Somebody like pumpkin pie or hate pumpkin pie. Maybe somebody hates pumpkin pie. Maybe somebody ordered a piece of pie and got pumpkin and was like, I don't like pumpkin. I love pumpkin pie. I did not always. It used to be like one of my least favorite pies. When I was a little kid, I was always an apple pie or a French silk. Baker Square. All those homemade pies. Then Baker Square came out with like a peanut butter chocolate French silk kind of pie. That was flipping amazing. I used to love that. Then I remember going through my Pepperidge Farm cake phase. Anybody ever gotten those frozen little Pepperidge Farm cakes in the freezer section? My favorite is the coconut. Hands down, the coconut. Like I could literally buy that little square cake. I think they're like $10 now. I could literally buy that cake and eat it all myself and like not even feel any shame about it. Eli's cheesecake. Anybody ever have Eli's cheesecake? Some of the best cheesecake ever. Soft, creamy. When I used to work at Dominic's, probably like once every 3 months, I would buy like a whole freaking Eli's cheesecake, the big one. I think they were like 15 or $20 back in the day. I mean, I worked at Dominic's 98, 99, 2000, somewhere in there. So you're talking like 20, 26, 28 years ago. And I was spending that much every 3 months on one cheesecake, and I was eating that cheesecake. And I lived at home with my parents and my brother at the time. I very rarely shared that cheesecake. I remember one time I bought two, and I said, "Here's yours, and this one's mine." Oh my God. Talk about unhealthy eating habits, but whatever. Like I ate cheesecake. That's all I ate for like 3 or 4 days. Eli's cheesecake. Anyway, somebody doesn't like pumpkin pie, or they love it, or I don't know, something about pumpkin pie. And I'm picturing, like, I'm looking at this chalice and I'm looking at the painting, and it's got the little colors back there, the green and the blue. And for some reason, I keep thinking of like Fun Dip. If you know what Fun Dip was, it was like the sugar sweet candy. Like it's like chalk basically. And you would put like a little wooden spoon in there, and like you would just eat it. It's just fun. It was Fun Dip. I think that's how it was. I haven't had it in a long time. They still sell it some places. Um, but I'm picturing somebody like putting the spoon in and getting the little stuff and then like mixing it in water and using it as paint. I don't I don't know. I didn't paint with it. I ate it. There's a reason why I was overweight most of my life. Seriously. And I'm looking at one last thing before I let this go, because otherwise I'm just going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. Um, I'm looking at this star card and I'm thinking of like night stars, like dark night stars at night. Like somebody might prefer to stand outside and look at the stars at night, not necessarily be out in the sun, because the sun is technically a star, right? Kind of, sort of, right? All right. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates for somebody. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all have a fabulous Thursday evening, a great Friday. I will talk to you later. Bye.